There is something almost no one talks about when it comes to manifestation, focus, and mental breakthroughs. And it may be exactly why so many people feel like they're trying everything, yet staying stuck in the same place. For years, the dominant message has been clear. Change your beliefs, visualize with emotion, feel as if it's already yours. But what if the issue isn't only belief? What if the real obstacle lies in the state of your brain at the exact moment you're trying to manifest? Over the past months, an audio program called the Genius Wave has been gaining attention for making a bold claim, helping induce a specific mental state in just minutes a day through carefully designed sound frequencies. The promise is simple but powerful. By influencing brainwave patterns, you may access deeper focus, creativity, and even a more immersive visualization state. But does this idea truly make sense? Or is it simply another well-packaged promise in the world of personal development? Today, we're taking a calm, balanced look at what's actually behind this concept and whether there's real logic connecting sound, brainwaves, and transformation. To understand whether something like this could work, we first need to look at the problem it claims to solve. Many people who study the law of attraction report the same frustration: difficulty concentrating, racing thoughts, conflicting emotions, and an inability to sustain visualization long enough for it to feel real. This isn't necessarily a lack of faith or discipline. It may simply be that the brain is operating in a constant alert state, associated with faster brainwave patterns linked to stress and overthinking. Deeper imagination and creativity are often connected to slower patterns, such as alpha and theta waves, which naturally occur during relaxed or meditative states. The core idea behind the Genius Wave revolves around this principle, using targeted audio to help guide the brain into that more receptive state more easily. Instead of relying solely on willpower, the concept suggests creating a neurological environment that supports clarity, focus, and immersive visualization. But theory and real-world results are not always the same, and that's where the deeper analysis begins. According to the program's explanation, the audio is designed to be listened to for just a few minutes per day, with the intention of stimulating brainwave patterns associated with heightened creativity and mental performance. The narrative behind it suggests that assessing this state more consistently may improve your ability to visualize goals, solve problems, and generate new ideas. It's important to note that the concept of audio-based brain stimulation isn't new. For decades, researchers and practitioners have explored binaural beats and frequency-based sound designed to influence mental states. The real question isn't whether sound can affect the brain. It can, but how significant and consistent those effects are for each individual. Not every brain responds the same way, and factors like expectation, environment, and daily habits can strongly influence perceived results. That's why maintaining balance is essential. Acknowledging that there is theoretical support behind the idea, while also understanding that this is not a magical replacement for action, discipline, or clarity of intention. There is also an interesting point that often appears whenever the subject of sound frequencies and mental states comes up. What actually happens in the brain when someone enters a deep state of focus or creativity? Research on brain waves shows that our mind operates at different rhythms throughout the day. When we are stressed or dealing with urgent tasks, the brain tends to function in faster frequencies associated with constant alertness and rapid thinking. However, when someone enters a deeper state of relaxation, creativity, or meditation, slower patterns begin to appear, especially in ranges known as alpha and theta waves. These states are frequently linked to stronger imagination, creative insights, and a sense of mental clarity. That is why many personal development techniques encourage moments of silence, deep breathing, or meditation before visualizing goals. The idea behind audio programs like the Genius Wave attempts to work with that same principle, creating a sound stimulus designed to help guide the brain closer to those states more quickly. This doesn't mean the audio itself creates results automatically, but rather that it may help facilitate entry into a mental space where ideas flow more easily and the mind becomes less dominated by distraction and repetitive thoughts. Looking at the potential advantages, simplicity stands out. It doesn't require long sessions, complex techniques, or dramatic lifestyle changes. For people who struggle to meditate or quiet their mind on their own, a guided auditory stimulus could act as a shortcut to relaxation. On the other hand, limitations must be recognized. Audio alone does not implant skills, instantly create discipline, or replace consistent effort. If someone expects automatic transformation just from listening daily, disappointment is likely. The more realistic perspective is that this type of tool may function best as a complement, something that supports existing visualization practices, mental training, and goal-oriented action, rather than a standalone solution. Understanding that distinction prevents unrealistic expectations while still allowing space for the possibility that the tool could be helpful in certain contexts. But before considering any tool like this, there is an important question that many people forget to ask. Who is this type of resource actually for? Not every method works the same way for every mind. Some people are naturally able to access deep states of focus through meditation, reading, or simply spending time in quiet reflection. For them, an additional audio stimulus might not make a significant difference. On the other hand, there is a large group of people who genuinely struggle to slow their thoughts down. Their mind jumps from idea to idea, attention shifts constantly, and attempts at visualization often get interrupted by internal distractions. For this type of person, external tools that help guide the brain toward a calmer state may become a helpful support. Even so, it's important to remember that no resource replaces intention, practice, and consistency. An audio track may help create the right mental environment, but what a person chooses to do within that state, whether visualizing goals, organizing ideas, or developing new perspectives, remains the most important factor in determining meaningful results over time. In the end, the most important question isn't simply whether the Genius Wave works, but for whom it might make sense. For someone already practicing visualization, seeking deeper focus, and struggling to access calm mental states, it could be an interesting tool to explore. For someone looking for effortless change without personal involvement, it may not meet expectations. Like most tools in personal development, outcomes tend to depend on the combination of resource and intention. If curiosity remains and the idea of influencing your mental state through sound feels worth exploring, reviewing the full details may provide greater clarity. The key is to stay aware, think critically, and remember that no technology replaces clear purpose and consistent action. But some tools may help create the internal environment where that action becomes easier, more focused, and more powerful. After exploring the ideas behind brainwave states, sound frequencies, and how tools like the Genius Wave are presented, the key takeaway is simple. No tool alone creates transformation. Real change usually comes from the combination of focus, intention, and the mental state a person is able to access consistently. For some people, reaching a calm and creative state happens naturally through meditation or quiet reflection. For others, slowing down the mind can be much more difficult. That's where tools designed to influence mental states try to help, by guiding the brain toward a more relaxed and focused rhythm. Whether that approach feels useful or not ultimately depends on the person exploring it and how it fits into their own practices and routines. If you're curious about the Genius Wave and want to explore how the program explains this concept in more detail, you can check the official page through the link in the description below. There you can see how the creators present the idea and decide for yourself if it's something worth exploring further. As with anything related to personal growth and mental performance, the most important step is always learning, exploring information carefully, and choosing what makes the most sense for your own journey.